Definitely, even Web3 companies have freezed their hiring. Coming back to the layoff part, and because I left my job before this bloodbath, and I was very sure that I will also get 1 CR job. Looking at the market, people that I knew were selling, like, were just throwing off offers. They have freezed like instantly. Offer they have rolled out, they have pulled them back.
So what do you think will be the most affected segment? Because is it crypto, Web3, all these fintech, crypto fintech companies, or fintech, or edtech? Even I've seen companies who were in selling second-hand cars, they fired, but started from learning apps, which is very astonishing to me. Reason being, the audience that they were targeting was, they were calling their parents, "Yaar, Vedantu ka so this is our course. We are selling this course. Buy this plan." That is affecting parents, but inherently they have a thought process कि मेरे को अपने बच्चों को आगे लेके जाना है.
Right.
So edtech should not have been affected. So what's your take? What will be the most affected business?
I would say anything that was overhyped for last 1.5 years.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Even let's say edtech, why edtech is getting affected? People are, because of COVID wave, people are again going back to coaching institutes. They are doing offline classes. I think before we move completely to edtech, this place has to figure out that how we are going to sell our courses with that potential which offline courses are being planned. Because I studied from Kota. I think the best learning I had. I also offline. I studied from online course also. I've been studying using online course for last 5 years. I just didn't learn anything.
Also everyone knows that online courses have very less retention rate. Like everyone knows that the completion rate is like super duper less.
True.
Because I learned from peers rather than.
Yeah, that's another important part of learning.
So what I would say is anything that was overhyped for last 1.5 years from the wave 1 of COVID, that is going to get most affected.
To add on to this piece of online learning, so I recently hired a couple of interns, and I was working with them. So they were primarily MBA graduates, and for last 2 years it was a completely online course. They were meeting their classmates in the company when we hired like 3-4 at a time. I was also surprised to know, when I asked them a couple of questions related to product, which was after months of learning, they were right upfront in saying, "We are a COVID batch. We are an online batch. We didn't learn much."
So this COVID batch is
a term now. It's a term now. We are a COVID batch, and which Shrek made a very valid point that you learn a lot from peers. What's your take on this? Which sector, which segment do you think will be affected?
I think all of the consumer tech. Reason is simple, that actually overhiring is the main point. But so majorly consumer tech companies get major of the funding because they can reach massive scale.
True.
Simple sa model hai. Anything that is not consumer tech, a B2B, lesser likely to get hit, like slightly lesser. SaaS, foolproof. But SaaS will have loss because उनके clients के पास पैसा नहीं है to invest.
But same exists for this B2B, right? They are indirectly or affecting a B2C market.
Correct. But most of the B2B is like, for an example, मान लो pharmaceutical distributions, for an example मान लो.
Yeah.
Now in India, अगर medicines की ज़रूरत जितनी है उतनी तो रहने वाली है. Your demand
Maybe
is not
more
gonna
because
go down.
of layoffs. Yeah.
So your demand is not generally gonna go down. Prices might be different. Margins might be short.
True. That makes
to
sense,
give subsidies and everything. But e-commerce for sure major hit होगा. Edutech क्यों hit होता है? Edutech's CAC to LTV ratio is weird in the initial days. ठीक है. Hence the profitability model comes like way beyond of the timeline. Like Byju's का major of the sales happen via the tablets. Majority of the sales. And I don't know about specifically Unacademy and everything, but I have my doubts regarding that why people did not think कि okay COVID खुलेगा तो physical भी खुलेगा, तो इसका तो planning already होना था.
Maybe they were thinking that this will go on for another decade.